for the Duff Pickem AllStars.
Welcome back to the Duff Pickem AllStars. Above me by one block is Skinnnnns. Above him by one block is Icehouse. Up at the top is the Commish. At the bottom here, I'm your host, the Orange Peanut. We are here to talk about fantasy football, in particular Pick'em, but other stuff related to fantasy football in Week 8 of 2025. With last week, there was some exciting games. Yes?
I'd say so.
Say so. For this, I in particular found a few of the games exciting. Actually, last week was in some ways just there was a lot of stuff that was running not quite what I expected it to be. Namely, the Browns was like a shocker. Like that was just like, oh, that they almost look like a cohesive team.
Everyone looks like a cohesive team when you play in Miami.
I was going to say,
I wouldn't get used to that.
Yes.
that defense destroying a hapless Miami offense. Like, yeah, that's exactly what that defense should do.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
offensively, I think Dylan Gabriel still didn't put up over 100 yards passing, or if he did, it was barely.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's very true.
Yeah.
I didn't actually watch that game because it wasn't on around here, but I heard the weather was going to be kind of shitty too.
It was 50-mile-per-hour gusts of winds, and there were times where it did gust up high, but overall the weather stayed for the most part fair. Just lake winds was for the most of it. But yeah, it did play a little bit of some hell, maybe on a whole bunch of our teams. The Commish, can we review little bits and pieces of last week at all?
I was going to say, too, the week did start off with a barn burner of a game. That Pittsburgh Bengals game was fun to watch Thursday night.
Call it what it is. The icy hot bowl.
The old man game. Yeah,
Yeah, that was another surprising one. Yeah. Commish, what happened last week?
All right. Well, last week, apart from some exciting games, which we can get into in a minute, there were, 10 favorites were the correct pick and only 5 underdogs. Eric led the week with 95 points, followed by Tommy with 83, followed by JV with 81, followed by Boss with 60, followed by me with 59, Kevin with 48, and Stan in last with 41 points on the week. I don't think I've ever seen this happen before, so I was looking at it, and all 6 noon games, the favorite was the correct pick, while the afternoon games, all 4, the correct pick was the underdog.
Oh, wow.
Huh.
I've never seen it split like that before.
Crazy.
Wow.
And then the Sunday and Monday night games were the favorites, and then on the other end, the underdog was the correct pick on Thursday night.
Wow.
And the overseas game, the Rams were the favorites; they were the correct pick. But yes, all noon games, favorites were the right pick. Afternoon games, underdog was the correct pick. Never seen that happen before.
That's pretty wild.
That was to me that was insane. I'm like that. I don't know what the odds of that happening and if it's ever happened before, but certainly threw us all for a loop. Let's see. We all got Green Bay wrong. All of us thought that Arizona would be a weaker team, but apparently they are. Either that or Green Bay's not as strong. I don't know, combination of both, perhaps. All of us but Stan got Carolina and the G-Men, as he had Jets and Denver. Kevin was the only one that had Houston. Otherwise, the rest of us had Seattle. There was no cheese stands alone, and the correct pick, and everybody else was wrong. Kevin was also wrong. He had the Chargers. Everybody else had Indianapolis. I will say I don't know that there was any single pick that I might have wanted to change. I think I was happy with all of my selections. Oh, you know what? No, I found this out after the Dallas game had started, that Dak Prescott had never lost to the Commanders in Dallas. He was 3-0 prior to the start of that game.
Oh.
Which, you know how long he's been in the league. He's also been injured and has missed some. So
That does.
I think there'd be a lot more than 4 or 3.
Right. I was like, no way, it's just 3-0. He's been in the league longer than 3. It's like, oh yeah, that's right. He's been off injured.
Yeah.
So missing some, I'm going to guess probably losses. I don't know that, his backup was able to, but now on 7 weeks in, Kevin is still leading with 423 points, followed by me with 391, followed by Stan with 381, followed by Boss with 371, 10, 10, 10.
Ooh.
Right? And then JV ruins it. He should have had 3 more points to get to 361. Instead, he's at 358. Followed by Eric with 352, and Tommy slipping away at 316. He's that basement.
Well, he made some picks. So
I know. He's just sitting down there.
He should be right in there with it. Jesus.
He'll still catch up to JV by the end of the year.
Oh yeah, he could.
Yeah, no doubt.
He has another 83-point week, and JV doesn't have 81 points. It could go his way.
Yeah. Well, let's Sippy is, or Eric's actually the winner with this, and Sippy's in second. So I'll take the de facto third. So let's raise a glass to Eric and Sippy for their challenges. We do miss you guys. If you ever want to come back onto the show at some point, I'll talk about 2 games in particular that were really surprising or really fun. I like fun games. I like entertaining games, and the Chicago Bears-New Orleans games was fun. It was fun to watch a quarterback who seemed to be very stymied against our defense, and it was really good to see an offense that looks like it's clicking. I'm hoping Cole Kmet can come back from. I heard he got injured. I didn't hear exactly what it was, but I love the utilization of DeAndre Swift and I got to say his name right. Is it Manungai? Did he say his name? Running back?
Sounds right.
I keep hearing
sounds right.
the fantasy footballers keep laughing as it's Manamana, like the Muppet thing. And I keep getting that stuck in my head. And the other game that I couldn't believe was what was happening was the Giants-Denver game. I could not believe what had happened in that game. Just a complete turnaround of events of just 2 teams that were just really battling it out with each other towards the end of it. I just thought Denver was out. I thought the Giants were kind of running away with it, and it turned out to be a really fun fourth quarter overall. Not fun for the Giants, but definitely like a fun football game. And I've actually picked those 2 teams to be able to talk about this week. So I'll start off with the Denver game. Denver hosts the Dallas Cowboys coming up for this week here. Let me where my team is. Nice if I actually had stuff lined up correctly for that. There we go.
That's all right. While you do that, the odds of the all the at noon and afternoon games that went all in favor of one way or the other. If you assigned each game a 50% probability value over 10 events, the probability is approximately 1 in 1,024, which comes out to about 0.1% chance of that happening.
Jesus.
Wow.
Obviously, there's been well over 1,024, Sundays of football played. So maybe it's happened before.
I just know there's people out there that just put parlays in for that. Like all favorites.
Yeah.
Underdogs. Either way, share time slot because people are love gambling on dumbass ideas like that. And it's like, well, good for them. They finally got a hit. Let's hope they stop now. It's not going to happen again.
Well, depending on how much money they put down, they probably won a nice chunk of change.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, oh man. Even if you throw $1 down, I'm sure you're in the thousands.
Oh yeah.
It's got to be something ridiculous.
I'm going to do that this week.
Almost 1,000.
Into that effect.
Yeah.
I'm going to go through. I'll bet. I'm going to put $1 down on a 13-game parlay. We'll see what happens.
I did that once, and I got this. I think I skipped the Thursday night game, but I did all Sunday games. I think even the Monday. And I had gotten through the noon games. Everything was correct. And then in the afternoon, it was like midway through the games, they gave me a cash out option of like $55, and I took it. Because like half the afternoon games weren't going my way, and I'm like, I'll take your $55. Why not?
Yeah.
The only thing I was happy about was that I actually paid attention. Because if I hadn't paid attention, I'd have lost that dollar.
So yeah, I got the games here on the screen. Bye week of hell is bye apocalypse in terms of games on bye. Cardinals, Lions, Jaguars, Raiders, Rams, Seahawks all out on bye. Buffalo Bills, Ravens come back. Maybe the Ravens. I heard today Ravens are back, but there may be an issue that Groady maybe. Grody's not here. Oh, we'll see if he comes in and wants to talk about it here. It's an issue with Lamar Jackson, but I'll let him maybe get into that if he decides to show up here. I'm here to talk about Denver hosting the Dallas Cowboys. Not met too many times. Dallas 5 wins, Denver 9 wins over about a 50-year period. With 5 of the last wins going to Denver, Dallas has not won any game against Denver since 1998. So not looking good there. We got 57% of people going to Denver, 43% going to Dallas with this. I chose this as one of those games that, one, I think Denver's a fun team. They're like unpredictable in some ways. Bo Nix is a fun young quarterback, running quarterback, throwing quarterback. They've got a team that is ultimately somehow clicking amongst all the stuff that's being put together, and a defense that is mean. And that's the main thing I want to look at with this is Dallas currently holds a second highest point scoring team in the NFL as of right now, with Denver going as the 4th most stingiest team for points against them in the NFL. So this is unstoppable force meets immovable object, or large point scoring teams goes up against very good defense. And frankly, the Dallas offensive line does not look healthy. They are down to only having the left tackle being the main guy. Everyone else is injured as of right now. So I am thinking Denver's defense is going to swallow these guys alive. I'm going to join the 57% of people going for Denver. It is 3 points. What else did I have on there? Over-under is 50.5. So they're expecting still a high-scoring game. I kind of don't think I would probably bet the under on this one myself if I was doing that. But I'm going to join Denver, and I'm going to go 10 points on Denver for this. Icehouse.
I actually thought the number would be a little higher because I'm expecting a higher scoring game. I got 12 on Denver.
12 on Denver.
Giants didn't seem to have much issues scoring points on them, so Dallas shouldn't have a problem. I mean, Dallas doesn't have a problem scoring points. They give up a million, so it's like I don't see why they won't give up, just as many here. But I got to take the home team at Denver.
Yeah. Yep. All right. So 10 and a 12 on Denver for this. It goes next to Commish.
Yeah, I got 11 points on Denver. Dallas has actually got the most yards in the NFL, but they've also given up the most yards in the NFL.
Oh, that's there.
Yeah, very reminiscent of the Bengals last year. It's like, hey, look, you can put up 40. Yeah, and you can give up 40 just as fast. So,
Yep. All right, so a 10 and 12 and 11 on Denver. Skinnnnns chance to be a contrarian.
I'm just going to stick with 5 on Denver. I feel like they're going to burn me again. The offense needs to finally put together 4 quarters of football. And if they do it like they did fourth quarter last week and they got 33 points, if they can do that every quarter, they can beat Dallas 132 to 40.
Oh,
So,
yes. That's
but I don't think they're going to get that high, so I'm just going to do 5 on Denver.
Fair. All right, so 5. Everyone's going Denver for this here. Very good. Icehouse is next on the list. You've got your Kansas City Chiefs hosting the Washington Commanders. And actually, when I first thought of this game, I thought of the original. I like the old Washington helmets that have the arrow, or a spear, I think, that's on them. And so I immediately thought of just 2 tribes going against each other, but I know that's not what they're called anymore. That's the Commanders with this. What do you know about this game, Icehouse?
It's a Monday game. Yeah, Monday game. There's not a lot there yet, but it looks like they'll probably keep Jaden Daniels out because there's, being an NFC matchup, it's like this probably won't have much bearing on the playoff picture for Washington. So, or the Chiefs for that matter, I guess. I mean, I'm assuming the Chiefs are going to make the playoffs, so that's just something. But but anyway, so far this year, the Chiefs are 4-3 against the spread, but they're 2-0 at home when they're the favorites. And with Xavier Worthy and Rashee Rice, Chiefs offense has been clicking. So I'm gonna take the Chiefs to beat the big spread. I think it's currently like 10.5. I got it for 6 points on the Chiefs.
6 points on them Chiefs. With it is a 10-point
They're
spread.
not the greatest at covering those double-digit spreads, but this one looks pretty doable.
6 points on the Chiefs from Icehouse. Commish.
I got 2 points on the Chiefs. I'll see what the injury report reveals for Washington before I finalize, given who's in, who's out for them, if Debo's going to play, if McLaurin's back, if, anything that's positive for them might make me switch to them. Because while Kansas City certainly handled the hapless Oakland Raiders, the Washington Commanders are anything but hapless.
Right.
So
that wholeheartedly. All right, so 6-2 on the Chiefs. Oh, Skinnnnns, my Skinnnnns. Where does your allegiance lie for this game? His allegiance lies on the mute button. That's where the big old
Okay. Yeah, they not only covered that spread against the Raiders, they smashed it last week. But yeah, Commanders are definitely battered up right now. But even with Mariota, Jaden Daniels, they've shown they can put up points with Mariota. It could happen. I'm not expecting a win for Washington. It'd be nice, but at KC Monday night, obviously anything can happen. But I do like Washington being able to cover 10 points and keep it close. So I think we're gonna go with let's go with max points.
Oh, max point. There it is. Max point.
Oh my God, gross.
That's fair. That's fair with a big game like that. That does count with there. I will be going Chiefs. I think the Commanders are a good team. They're another one of those teams where it's like, don't take them for granted right now. They're spicy. It's funny you said that they're battered, because the first thing I actually thought of was Jaden Daniels and Terry McLaurin sitting in a bucket of flour waiting to be going into a giant bowl of oil to be like a cod. I don't know why that came into my mind.
Oh, battered. Oh my God.
Like battered, like a battered dough or battered, well.
This is Joe Mixon over here. Like, hey.
I normally like ending the week big, and I'm going to the Chiefs. Who is the new running back on the Chiefs? It's big, not Pacheco, some new guy.
They got Brashard Smith as their rookie.
Yes,
but they've been mixing in, or not mixing in, but
Hunt.
Hunt has been getting the goal lines and stuff.
Yeah, Hunt's been looking good, but the new rookie looks very good as well. So I'm going to go 8 points on the Chiefs to see if they can take a win at home for that there. Arrowhead is also impressively loud to play in for this. So even in a Monday game, I expect that stadium to be filled out and loud. All right. Commish, you got Buffalo versus Carolina coming up for you. What do you know about this game, Commish?
Yeah, 7.5 point spread currently. Buffalo favorite over Carolina at home, where Carolina is undefeated. On the season, they're coming off of a 13-6 win over the hapless New York Jets, which again, Carolina is is one of these season's up and down teams that doesn't make any damn sense. Like, they blank Atlanta 30-0, they lose to New England 42-13. They barely beat Miami, who's terrible, 27-24. They beat Dallas 30-27, which, you could make sense of that because Dallas, again, is giving up all the yards in the world. And then you get to the Jets, who are like a complete mess up and down, and they win 13-6, but like barely.
Yeah.
Time of possession is going to be interesting in this game because you're looking at the first and third for time of possession, Buffalo being first and Carolina being third. I don't know, if first and third in rushing, which is probably why they're first and third in time of possession. Sacks, they're separated by 4. I mean, rushing yards allowed per game, Carolina's pretty good at less than 100 yards, whereas Buffalo's 31st with allowing 156. So Rico Dwaddle might be in for a hell of a game.
Mm-hmm.
I will say this, though. In their all-time history, they've only played each other 8 times. Buffalo leads the series 6-2. The 2 times they lost, Carolina won 9-3 and 13-9. So not high-scoring games. However, Josh Allen in his career after a bye week is 7-0. And the team is 8-0 following a bye week under Sean McDermott. So I fully expect that Buffalo should win this game. Will they beat by 7.5? I'm thinking, sure, why not? Let's go Buffalo. I got 3 points on it.
Points, Buffalo. It makes a lot of sense with that there. I'll have something to say about Carolina with this once it gets to me. But Skinnnnns, you're first. 3 on Buffalo so far.
Sorry, I was looking at quality or their same opponents that they've shared. I'm seeing they've both at least played the Jets and Falcons together. With Carolina's won both of those ones, albeit it was 13-6 against the Jets last week, which not very good, obviously, or not a lot of offense at least. And the Bills beat them 30-10, so they put up points on the Jets. Then if you go to the Falcons, Carolina shut the Falcons out 30-0, and the Bills lost to the Falcons last week. So the Panthers do have one up on them on common opponents that they've played. Carolina, 3 wins in a row. I would not have guessed that would have happened at all during this season. Certainly don't think it would extend to 4 at Buffalo. Yeah, I like Buffalo coming off the bye, and I'm going to put 9 on them over Carolina.
9 on Buffalo over the bye. I like that. I'll be also going Buffalo. I like what the Commish said about the rushing yards per game. Buffalo has stonewalled so many teams in terms of just being able to be like, no, not. Or no, is it rushing yards? No, that's rushing yards per game that they have done. So they like to rush the ball a lot. That's where I'm reading it.
Yeah, they both are heavy rushers, but Carolina is 8th in the league, only allowing 92.6. So
I got
Buffalo is giving up. Actually, Buffalo's giving up 5 more rushing yards per game than what they are actually rushing.
Okay, so they still have a good rush defense.
No, Buffalo's rush defense sucks. It's second to last in the league.
Oh,
so I said Rico Dwaddle is going to be in for a hell of a game.
Yeah. And who's the other guy that's the
Chuba Hubbard is back too.
Yeah,
but I don't know how you bench Rico.
Carolina is such a confusing team.
I agree,
sometimes.
But then again, this might be why Carolina, at 4-3 currently, is a fake 4-3. They're going to put Hubbard back in and fucking shoot them.
Yeah.
I stick with the hot hand. I don't think so.
Yeah, no.
We don't, for Carolina, we don't do that.
No, they're so confusing. They even if they're doing bad, like deep in the game where they should be throwing the ball, they're still running the ball. Like a lot of their stuff just doesn't make sense. Yeah, is it Dowdle? But him and Chuba.
Dowdle.
It's
Rico
them.
Dowdle.
It's okay. But yeah, like those two, they are going to be played a whole lot with this here. I still think Buffalo's going to take them down. I don't think Carolina has the real score that they've got.
It's going to be Andy Dalton starting.
Oh no! Yeah. All right.
Rocket.
Oh boy, Andy Dalton somehow avoided the icy hot bowl by being in Carolina. 6 points.
Oh, forgot about that part. Yeah.
6 points on Buffalo for me. Icehouse. Everyone's going Buffalo. Chance to be contrarian.
No. 8 points on Buffalo.
8 points on Buffalo. Everyone going Buffalo. There's chances to be contrarian. Skinnnnns has been a contrarian officially with Washington and KC for this one. He may be a contrarian here as well. Skinnnnns, I am so happy you're talking about this game because eggs.
He said, what is it about this game you like? The two teams with the worst throwback jerseys. You want the Aaron Rodgers revenge game.
Yes. So there's. I'll let you talk about this. So he's got the Green Bay versus Pittsburgh. Skinnnnns, what do you know about this game?
All right, we got the 4-1-1 Packers versus the 4-2 Steelers. Steelers are 3-point home dogs. The weather's looking like it's gonna be nice and calm, 51 degrees, low wind, slight chance of showers. That's a week away almost. So injuries, really the only major one for Pittsburgh this week is Calvin Austin went out. He may return. He's about their third string wide receiver. Packers are beat up on their defensive side a little bit. They got a defensive tackle and a defensive end Wyatt and Van Ness who went out. And Van Ness, their defensive end, probably will not play. Maybe Christian Watson comes back from the IR this week. Dontavian Wicks, Wicks is what, their third string probably.
Yeah, probably.
He went out with a calf injury last week in their game. And then Brandon McManus, their kicker, he's been out with a quad injury the last 2 weeks. And they've had Lucas Havrasik filling in for the last 2 weeks. He's gone 4 for 4 on his field goals and 6 for 6 on his extra points. So he's been near perfect. Actually, he's been a little bit better than perfect because he broke the Packers franchise record last week with a 61-yard field goal. So there may be a little bit of a kicker battle when McManus does get back from being injured. The Steelers are going to be wearing their 1933 throwbacks, which are not nearly as ugly as their other uniforms. And I took a quick picture real quick. I'll show you. These are actually pretty.
I've got one.
Sharp looking.
I've got one on there, Skins. I've got one on the screen.
You got one
here.
showing up here?
Oh, I do. I do. I've got one on the stream. Look at what we were talking about this a while ago. What sport does that belong to? Not football.
Rugby. A soccer looking jersey, maybe.
Maybe. Yeah.
I mean, it's 1933 though. It doesn't predate soccer.
Yeah.
Obviously, but I don't know if they stole it from anyone back then.
Blech.
Could be either or, though. There is that big patch, which was something about the city of Pittsburgh earlier. But at any rate, we'll start off with the Steelers here. Tomlin, he's 7-2, coming after a Thursday night football loss, which we know last week they got lit up by Flacco and the Bengals. Rodgers, he passed to eight receivers last week. And his pass to throw this year is little under 2.5 seconds. That puts him for second in the league. Or I'm sorry, snap to throw. He's second in the league for that. The bad news is their defense, despite being the highest paid defense, they are 31st against the pass this year. Got some other stuff for the Packers here. They got 2 wins in a row now. One more, we call that a winning streak.
Yeah.
Defense got 6 sacks last week. But the thing about them is they are prone to giving up big plays. If they're not sacking the quarterback, like Brissett last week, they sacked him 6 times. When they're not getting to the quarterback, their defensive backs are giving up some big plays. They gave up a 3rd and 23 last week. They also gave up a 3rd and 14. At one point, Brissett had 14 completions in a row against them. So both these pass defenses have some room for improvement. Packers 4 wins this year. They barely beat the Cardinals and the Bengals, a tie to the Cowboys, and a loss to the Browns. There's not a lot of quality wins in there. You could count the Commanders a quality win, I would say. But with all that, I think the Steelers defense, they know what they need to do to fix things. And Tomlin's had 10 days to fix what they need to work on. And I think they're going to come back strong. So I like Pittsburgh coming back to win this on Sunday Night Football. And I'm going to put 12 points on Pittsburgh.
12 points on Pittsburgh. So Skins, I was a little preoccupied because it's because I pulled up on the stream here what the throwback jersey looks like, and I did notice that logo that's there. That's in the corner of where the Steelers are. That is the original 1930s Pittsburgh Pirates football logo. So the Steelers did not start as the Steelers. They started as the Pirates and were renamed to the Steelers in 1940 as the baseball team was they wanted to separate the baseball and football team at that point. That logo, which I'm going to see if I can't put this logo on here, was chosen by Art Rooney, who I guess this is still in the Rooney family, has a castle that has 3 tiers sitting onto it, like 3 rookeries, or I guess there would be little towers that are with that. And then there are 3 emblems underneath it on a literal coat of arms, which are supposed to represent, according to Art Rooney, the magnanimity, dominance, and power in football. and represents one of the first NFL logos that was used. A lot of other teams at that time, or one of the earliest NFL logos, a lot of other teams just didn't have logos at that time. They were just named the team with there and had no logos associated with that. I think that's all pretty neat with that. With the Rooney still being a major part of the Steelers games as it is. So I think that's neat. I think that's neat that that's on there. I think your uniform looks terrible though. Like I can't believe you wore stuff like that back then. Just looks weird this days and age. But I'm
You
also
don't
gonna
like
go
it? I thought it looks pretty slick.
It's the banana yellow and the tan pants, I think, is what's bothering me. I think it's just that or like I don't know, it's the stripes that don't go all the way down. I don't know. It just doesn't
I missed.
I mean, it's better than that Bumblebee shit they used to have.
I think I'd rather have the Bumblebee. I think I'd rather have the
No,
Bumblebee.
that was just wrong.
No. They should have. They should
No,
have said,
this-
"Hey, we're gonna wear the 1933 jersey, but we're gonna stick with our black pants." They should have done that.
The black
Yeah.
pants, I think, would make it better. The tan pants is probably a true throwback to the time because I know that's what a lot of the teams wore. Sorry to go into that history lesson there. I'm going to put, please beat 11 points on the Steelers for the peanut for that. Icehouse.
Well, I did a little research. So the Steelers are 16-5 in alternate or throwback jerseys. It doesn't include the color rush.
What?
Nice.
So
That's
this
a
is
thing.
non-color rush. You know, so you just and they're 4-0 when debuting a throwback. So being the underdog, hey, why not? So for me, give me max points on Pittsburgh, man. I mean, Mike Tomlin, he'll get it done.
Holy cow, Max.
Stands there with with the extra time and all that, coming off the loss.
Yeah.
I'll get behind them, man. On that, the Packers, clearly they haven't proven anything this year.
No.
And the whole Aaron Rodgers revenge game, and I did read this will be the last team Aaron Rodgers needs to beat all 32 teams. So there's that too.
There's that as well.
He's going for that.
Whatever,
He'd be going
that's-
for it even if it wasn't the case. But
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that means anything to him. It's like he just wants to win the game. I was laughing earlier. I saw there was a clip of, I forgot who threw the touchdown to. There was a passing touchdown to somebody, 30 yards or more, whatever it was. And one of his offensive linemen comes in from behind, celebrating with him, and ends up tackling him. Rodgers gets up all pissed off. He's like, "What the fuck are you doing, man?"
I mean, he put all 300 pounds on the back.
I mean,
of Rodgers.
one time I'm like,
Man's not
okay,
gonna hold
you know
you
what?
up.
I got to agree with Aaron Rodgers here. What the fuck are you doing, man? I'm an old dude.
Yeah.
You can't be knocking me to the ground, much less putting that kind of weight on me from behind. I'm like, okay, it would don't. Maybe he got a little angrier than he should have for my taste, but he's in the right to be like, dude, y'all need me. Don't tackle me, you fucking idiot.
Oh my God. Yeah. We
But
gotta
it was a funny video if you can go, if
It
anyone
is.
wants to find it.
Eggs. Make sure we pull up that video. All right. Thanks. Okay. We'll make sure that that's being displayed on the screen with that one there. Good deal. Commissioner, chance to be a contrarian with everyone on Let's Go in Pittsburgh.
I got 10 points on Pittsburgh, and to be honest, him getting up, being pissed off at his teammate for celebrating tells you everything you need to know about that POS.
Yep, right there.
Ah.
It's true. That's true.
I saw that video and I thought, yep, that's exactly the type of man that he is.
How dare
Yeah.
you be happy?
Oh,
that
he's
we
looking out
scored.
for himself. That's it. It's like, no doubt about that.
Yeah. Yep. Couldn't agree more there. We'll raise a glass again to Eric and Sippy for their victories and me being de facto winner for this. I'm here to talk to you about the other team that I was watching last week, the New York Giants, going up against the Philadelphia Eagles. Boy, was that a surprise out of nowhere. 2-5 Giants versus the 5-2 Eagles. And the Giants' 2 is from the Eagles already. The Giants took the Eagles down pretty damn hard in terms of what this is. The Eagles are favored for this one by 7 with an over-under of 43.5. So they're expecting kind of a low-scoring game, I think, for this one. It is being played in Philadelphia. The last time that the Philadelphia Eagles lost to the Giants in Philadelphia was in 2013, and they have played at least 2 games every single year against one another with that. So it has been a while since the Giants won a game against the Eagles. Overall, it was cool to see. I actually thought this was neat, Skins. We're covering all the teams in the NFC East. We got your Commanders covered. We got the Cowboys covered. Now we've got the Giants and the Eagles covered. Out of all the teams, though, I mean, like as a Washington Commanders fan, I mean, obviously you don't like the Cowboys and the Eagles, but what about the Giants in comparison?
They're like the little redheaded stepchild of the NFC East. Like you pay them some attention, but they're like just the little gnat that won't go away. You know, they're there. You don't like them, but they're just a minor inconvenience.
Yeah.
More often than not.
I think there's something changing here. I like what they're calling their new quarterback, Jackson Dart, and their running back, Scadaboo, which I just like to say that. I'm happy I have him on my fantasy football team. By him, I mean Scadaboo.
Scadaboom.
Scadaboom. They're calling the combo of the quarterback, running back, Arm and Hammer. And I think that's kind of an appropriate name for the two of them. Above all else, the Giants have... So I forgot the beat reporter that made this comment. The last time before Jackson Dart started that the Giants had a sound coming from their stadium that was as loud as what the sound has been was during a Taylor Swift concert. He said he's been at the stadium 10 years, and it's just like it has not been fun to be a Giants fan, and rightfully so. I mean, like all the games that they've had over the last 8 years, the Giants have not been the greatest team in the world with this. And suddenly with Jackson Dart and Scadaboo and their, gosh, I forgot his name, their tight end on the Giants, whom I can't remember off the top of my head, is another kind of a younger guy. I can't remember. I'm trying to look him up right now because I was prepared. I actually was prepared. I just didn't
minus points.
The thing down. Yeah, minus. I'm gonna mark myself at here. Where my mouse? There we go. We got that one here.
There's that sound.
There it is. That would be Theo Johnson for the tight end for that, who's been a very serviceable tight end. Everyone looks like they're having fun. The Giants have been fun to watch. Scadaboo in particular has been fun to watch. Eggs roll the Scadaboo footage of people who are pretending to be Scadaboo.
Oh, what up, Big Blue? It's 4-4-6 in the trap. Hey, let's go!
Actually, get up. He do one of these right here. He shake his head.
Boom! Boom! Oh!
I don't really like this one. It's really mean, and I don't like the people who are mocking me, and this is not okay.
I'm just kidding.
If Animal from the Muppets was a running back, that might be Scadaboo in terms of there. He makes more noises than what he does actually talking. He's pretty silly doing a lot of stuff on the field. He'll just walk around with other players' helmets on his helmet to make the players go and find it in practice. He's at times just walked out with other players' jerseys. And if you've watched the video in terms of where all the silly noises are with it, Scadaboo is just a fun running back to watch. That also being said, though, the Philadelphia Eagles are a very scary offense. Did any of you watch the counter the Vikings gave to the tush push?
Yeah, that was pretty wild.
Oh my! Someone's figured it out. Someone's figured it out. I forgot the defensive coordinator on the Vikings, but they have put a lineman, and I'm just going to describe this kind of as it is, resting on his side, or not resting on his side, but like in a fetal position with hands and knees on the ground on his side in the center. And the other players kind of get behind him and block the guy that's sitting on the side, and that stopped the tush push. So
he's literally sleeping in front of the center.
Yeah, that's exactly from the top-down view what it looks like with it. It's a wild counter and a creative counter to it. I give the Vikings and a lot of credit for that. So we'll see if it
I'll have to watch this.
see if it gets carried over with that. Yeah, Eggs, can we pull up that video as well? Can we put that on here for a second here? So Philadelphia looks like a mean offense. And I think they're probably really pissed that the Giants beat them, and they don't want to lose 2 games in a row to the Giants with it. But I'm rolling with hot hands here. I think the Giants are a fun, dynamic team now. There's something else about them. As we maybe Icehouse put it a long time ago, this ain't your granddad's Giants. So we're gonna go with the Giants on this one, and I'm gonna drop 7 points on the Giants. Be able to in this game, or at least get within keep it close to where Philadelphia is. Even though I know like it's Philly's probably got a lot that's going to be hitting in this game with this year. Right, Icehouse.
Being a division game, I figure it to be close, so I'm gonna take the Giants for. I want to say 7, but yeah, I'm just gonna stick with 7. Fuck it. I'll take Giants for 7.
Other Giants for 7. So 2 Giants. This is for 7. Commish.
It should be noted that the Vikings' attempt did not work. Tush push was successful. So all the pictures going around saying that it did work, it did not.
Wait a minute though. Wait a minute. It got called.
It was worthy try.
It got called. It got called. The issue is I think the refs spotted the ball incorrectly. It did work. The refs just didn't call it, I think is what it is. If you watch where the replays actually put the ball, it did work. It just didn't. It didn't get called. But you're right, Commish. Like you're right. It effectively it didn't work officially with it. So I would agree with you on that.
The other issue there with that sentiment, John, is they're using updated technology for ball placement this year.
Oh,
so they have like whatever in the football to denote if it does in fact cross the line to gain. I don't know if it's in all games, but I know it was something that they were talking about. I will say though that I do have 5 points on the New York Football Giants for this game. Scatabo has about 3 with the way he's putting his head down. He's got about 3 good years, and this is year number 1, so he's got 2 more, baby.
Yeah.
Before CTE
ruins
him.
Oh my God!
And he's got it figured out because after every single play, it doesn't matter. He gets up doing the same thing, shaking his head, so nobody knows is he actually shaking it because he's got a concussion, or is he, just doing what he normally does?
Oh Lord!
Apparently, in high school, he
is going to be a prime candidate.
I mean,
yeah. He in high school,
what he would do
is
get that life insurance policy on lockdown, because you'll be a fucking widow before you're 30, and you'll be sitting pretty too.
Yeah,
just don't have kids. That would be tragic.
No,
I wonder if he's got a wife. I wonder if he's got a girlfriend or something like that. Yeah, he in high school and in college, he would put his helmet on, punch himself in the face, hit his head against telephone poles and brick walls as kind of a warm up to the game. Like, oh, Animal. It's Animal from the Muppets. Like, this is kind of what I expect him to do. If you give him iron bars in a prison, he'd probably chew through them instead of like figure out some other way to get through them. So, yeah, that's absolutely correct with that. Yeah, Scataboo's got 3 years tops.
I was gonna Google, does Cam Scatabo have a girlfriend? But then the thing under that, this in the Google search is, does Cam Scatabo have Tourette's? Standing. Thank you, Google.
That's not funny.
I wasn't thinking that, but I didn't say it. Blame Google, not me, or blame the thousands of other people searching that. That's the next most logical response for Google to put up there.
He really does.
Apparently he does have a girlfriend, so
wow.
Someone's already on the train.
Yeah.
She better lock it down.
Yeah.
Yeah, she knows. She's like, she knows what's coming.
She's getting hitched this off season and collecting that check.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like I'm married, man.
Poor Scat Boop. All right,
Oh
that's
yeah, yikes.
all of us on the Giants except Skinnnnns. It's up to you to be a contrarian. Do you want to go for the Eagles that you like or the Giants that you like? That redheaded step kid.
I am going to pick the Giants, but I'm just going
Whoa.
to put a 1 on them. I feel like this is going to be the push of the week, so I'm going to take the Giants. And then on a side note, I hate how when the NFL freaking does this, but the Giants played the Eagles 2 weeks ago, and I hate when they put a sandwich of games, two out of 3 against the same opponent.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I like it when they spread it out more,
That's
especially when they do it at the end of the season. And I'm pretty sure Washington they did the same thing with the Eagles in Washington. I think they did it towards the end of the year.
Yeah, I
Eagles.
think the Bears Vikings had that last year.
The Bears and the
Yeah,
Packers have it this year.
Yeah, the Bears. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, come on, man. This is some lazy scheduling bullshit.
Yeah.
Like, we have
And actually,
AI to fucking make schedules for us, and yet this is what we end up with. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, we get the
Yeah.
Packers, then the Browns, then the Packers again. What a
Yeah, Commanders'
same
last
shit.
4 games of the year are against division opponents. 2 of them being the Eagles, and then a Cowboys and a Giants. And it's come on, give us a little variety here.
spread it out a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's fun to make the last game against a divisional opponent. That's great.
Yeah, and maybe 2 out of 3.
Nobody
3
wants to
out of
play
4
2 out of 3.
even,
It's
but not
football,
4 out of
man.
4.
Come on.
Right.
Yeah, it's not like it's baseball where it's like, okay, it probably won't really matter, but football, there's too much on the line to have the same opponent 2 out of 3 weeks.
Especially if maybe your main
Yes.
quarterback's injured for 3-4 weeks, and then it's they get the backup
Yeah.
for both of those. You never get a fair matchup between the 2 teams, but
Yeah.
Time for quick picks. Quick picks. Got them in. Quick picks. Icehouse, pick a game.
I'll just start from the top. Chargers, Vikings.
I had that one all lined up.
Sorry. I'll just take the Vikings for 4.
Vikings for
I
4.
got nothing special for that.
Hey, Commish.
I got Chargers for 12.
Chargers 12. Ooh, it's up there. Was there? Skinnnnns.
Carson Wentz will be starting again, filling in for McCarthy, who is healthy now, but I think it's they're kind of saying, oh, it's a short week, this and that, but it might be kind of like a soft benching that they're also doing for McCarthy, maybe till they feel like he's, absolutely ready to go, because Carson Wentz has been pretty good. I don't know where this was when he started for the Commanders a couple of years ago, but he's posted some solid numbers. He's got 4 starts. He's got almost 1,100 yards. That's about 260, 270 a game. 5 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. So he's done, fairly well, keeping them in it. Vikings are 3-3 at the bottom of the division. So they are looking for a win, and I think against a depleted Chargers O-line, and I think it could happen. I'm going to start the week off strong with I'm putting an 11 on the Vikings.
11 on
Oof.
them Vikings. I think the Chargers going to have this one. They're at home. Vikings got to travel. I'm going to start the week off maybe not so strong with that there. 5 points on the Chargers for the peanut for this. Commish, pick a game. Any game.
Oh, let's do a record swap. So you got the Indianapolis Colts at 6-1, hosting the Tennessee Titans at 1-6. The outcome of this game, the outcome of this game, their record will still be mirrored no matter what happens.
Nice.
And it's also the largest spread of the week with Indianapolis favored by 2 touchdowns. I got 1 point on the game. I'm going with Indianapolis Jones and running on the back of Jonathan Taylor and an unstoppable force up against this hapless Tennessee team.
1 point. 1 point on Indy. Skinnnnns.
Yeah, 14 points is pretty wild, but the Titans are just bad. They're 29th. They're also 29th in the league in rushing yards allowed per game. So yeah, Jonathan Taylor Daniel Jones probably doesn't even do anything. 200-yard game incoming for JT.
Yep.
So, but football doesn't make sense. So give me 6. I'm gonna
6
put
on.
No, I'm gonna go up a little bit more. I'm gonna put an 8 on it. That's my last highest remaining number.
8. An 8 on whom, though? You want to put an 8 on the Titans?
Oh, on JT and his 200-yard
Oh, you
game
go on the
for the Colts.
Colts for this here. I got you there. Yeah, I am also going with Indy. Daniel Jones found his new groove. And Tennessee is a mess. Like Tennessee and the Jets, man, that's messy. 9 points on Indy. Icehouse, chance to be a contrarian.
Yeah, I'm going to take Stan's quote. Football doesn't make sense. So I'm taking 1 point on the Titans.
Oh, all right.
I mean, it's 14 points. Why not?
That's true.
Doesn't
It is.
have to make sense. They just have to not lose by more than 14.
True. Skinnnnns, pick a game in a game.
The first time these two teams met, Indianapolis beat them 41-20. So they beat them by 21 already this year.
Oh, did they really?
Not
Oh,
surprising.
God.
I mean,
Oh.
So I think 14 is well within reason for the Colts to be able to handle.
without a doubt. I mean, that's what I said. I'm happy with 1 point.
Oh, that's why I have 1 point.
But no, I have no interest in figuring out how this game's going to go down. Because, again, football, man, it's like there's always 1 or 2 games every week. And it's like, how the fuck? That doesn't even make any sense. Whatever, man.
Agreed. Skinnnnns, pick a game.
Yeah, I'll take San Francisco at Houston. It looks like the spread flipped. Houston was favored by 1.5, and then now San Francisco's favored by 1.5. So that's a 3-point swing.
Flip because we all
It
saw
is
what
at
Houston could do
Houston.
on Monday.
Yeah, it's probably because of the concussion to Nico Collins.
Nico Collins may not be back in time, seeing as how that happened on a Monday. That gives him a 6-day window to come back from concussion. San Francisco, are they might even get Purdy back this week. I don't know, but I think
that.
Watching Houston, I'm just not impressed. I think even though San Francisco's, their defense is a little beat up, they've lost Bosa and Fred Warner and others. So, you know what? I was going to go San Francisco, and I feel like I'm talking myself into a corner to take them. So I'm going to put 4 on Houston for my football doesn't make sense pick of the week.
Right. Pick of the week. Oh, that's good. Football. Oh, doesn't make sense. I'm going to go down a little bit of the title. Yeah, football doesn't make sense. Houston's 3 points on San Fran because they're going to be closer. No, Houston's got a pretty good hospital, so San Francisco's injured players can watch from there. Icehouse.
I got 9 on San Fran.
9 on San Fran. And Commish.
Yep.
Oh, what do I got? I got 13 on San Francisco.
13 on
there it is.
San Fran with that. All right, I get the last pick here. I mean, Groady never showed up, so I'm going to take his Bears. Bears going to Baltimore. God, Baltimore coming back from a bye, and Lamar Jackson didn't practice today. So who's going to be throwing? I don't know. Are the Bears going to be hungry? They are. And I honestly think Baltimore might be in a little bit of trouble with this one here. So I'm going to go the underdog for this and go with the Chicago Bears for 12 points. Icehouse.
I got the Bears for 5. 6.5 is a pretty good number to give for them, so I like them to keep it close enough, if not outright winning. I think they'll win the game.
I think so too. Commish?
What did I do in this game? I got 7 points on Baltimore.
7 points on Baltimore, huh? Choices here, Skin, or just your allegiance?
I got 6 on Baltimore. I think Lamar's coming back. It's at home, and they desperately need a win. So I think they are coming all out off the bye.
Baltimore.
I'm going to match Joe with my 7.
Match Joe with the 7 with that. All right, so changes 6 to 7 for that. I cannot believe that Baltimore is 1-5. Like out of all the teams, I would have thought would not have a good record by this point in the season. Baltimore was absolutely not one of them. But yeah, they are going to be hungry. Bears are hungry too, though, to keep that 4-2 record going. So it'll be interesting. All right, winners of the week for the the OPN thing here. We got Skinnnnns 35 points, Icehouse 42 points, Commissioner 62 points. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Hey, if you like what we're talking about or want to support local boys just hanging out talking about football, that's just what we do. We're just really just hanging out here and recording this stuff. So put a like, put a comment, put a subscribe. And folks, we will see you around on the next one. See you later.
Put a
Bye.
subscribe and JV will buy you a hat.
No, wait. Wait a minute now. Wait. That's there. There is a hat coming to Icehouse, but I don't know about the rest. No, maybe hats, maybe not. I don't know. We'll see you later. Bye.